Brent Young. We're calling game number 4 of 7 today on Dayton, Tennessee, as your Horizon Lions, I can say that, the Indianapolis Lions taking on the Horizon Lions from Indianapolis, taking on Evangel. And this should be a pretty good ball game as well, Brent, as all these games have not one real big blowout, one upset. And this game right here, the higher seed is the Horizon Lions wearing white today. Should be very interesting. But this ball club from Virginia won the Division A championship in their conference in the ODACA, and they were the Division II champions last year, so they moved up a division. They are very well balanced scoring, and this is the best season they have had since 2012. So good luck for them, and good luck to the Lions. It should be a good broadcast.
And no need for you to hold back. This is a pretty special broadcast for you today, Keith.
It is pretty neat. The athletic director at Horizon Christian School, I'm very proud of the fact this is the team that we have brought here in Indianapolis as we finish out the school year, and as I finish out my career there, this is very special. A lot of those young ladies I have learned to expect, and got some people from Indianapolis down tonight to watch this game, and this should be a great contest, and good luck to both teams. Here's Brent, who will give you the whole entire play-by-play.
Both teams do have a green as their primary color. Horizon is in the home white. It's got the white top with the green bottoms, green trim, green numerals. And then it's going to be Jayla Newton. I'm going to be saying her name a lot and often as she's able to knock down her first shot of the game, a baseline jumper from the right side. Towards 2-0, a quick lead. As Evangel will turn it over right away. As Alicia Young tried to pass it over into the corner to Brianna Francis, it'll soar out of bounds right back to Horizon.
The two players you want to watch is Jayla Newton and also Alyssa Carey. Both of those kids need to score points for Horizon to be successful.
As Jayla Newton has the basketball, she will pass off top of the key to Alyssa Carey. Carey had the ball deflected out of bounds, so it'll stay here with the Eagles. This is going to be a difficult game for me, Keith, because with the Lions, because you're going to be knowing every single name that I might get wrong and everything. So I'm really focusing on this one, as it is Jayla Newton getting into the lane. It's going to be a foul on her, a charge in the lane, and giving it right back to the Eagles.
Both teams now with one turnover early.
2-0 is the score. 7:19 left here, as the defensive pressure is being applied up top by both of the players that you mentioned. Both Carey and Newton applying the pressure.
And you got to like this, because the coach now, Coach Newton, is out of the coach's box. The official says you got to get back to your coach's box. He's probably not used to that. There's a travel.
As there's going to be a foul instead. This is going to be on 50. I'm sure everyone took a quick, deep breath there as number 1 went up, thought it might have been the second foul on Jayla Newton, and said that would be the first foul on Cassidy Kimball. A three-pointer right off the inbounds by Alika Young. A big-time three-point shot.
3-2 early.
Jayla Newton has the basketball. She'll pass off to Madison Novak. As I'm not too sure what they called right there. Said something about 10 seconds off of the clock maybe, as it will now be into the hands of Alyssa Carey. Carey into the corner to Jayla Newton. Newton goes baseline. Her shot up, no good. Rebound will fall down and into the hands of the Lady Eagles. Anna Mondoro up into the front court. She'll pass over into the hands of Alicia Young. Young into the post, as this will be out of bounds off the Eagles. Last touch down low by Brianna Francis.
A lot of good help defense there by the Lions as they bring the ball down the floor very quickly. 3-2 as Horizon down by 1.
And dribbling the ball up at the top of the key will be Carey. She has it almost stolen, instead hands it off to Jayla Newton. Newton into the front court. She's able to pass off back into the hands of Madison Novak. Novak has it. Back up, left elbow to Newton. Newton dribbles into the lane, instead will hand off back to Carey. A little bit of a three-man weave, handing it off back and forth as Newton spots up for a three-point shot. This one off the mark. Down with the rebound and up into the front court comes Mondoro of the Lady Eagles. She spots up for a shot. This one is also off the mark. Rebound is corralled by Cassidy Kimball. And here comes Jayla Newton. All the way down low, looking to pass it into the hands of Adiot. Instead, it will be stolen. Coast to coast goes Becca Labardes, and she's able to finish.
Eagles lead 5-2.
Score is now 5-2. As the first substitution is looking to come into the games. Very short benches for both of these ball clubs.
I noticed that. 6 players for the Eagles, 9 players for the Lions.
It'll be now into the hands of Madison Novak, finding Carey cutting in through the lane as she will be kicking it out of bounds right back to the Eagles.
And now Coach Newton going small as he takes Novak out of the ball game. Now you'll see a man-to-man defense here now they go to the 1-3-1 defensive zone here.
Into the front court and into the post. The pass was intended out for Evangel Lady Eagles. It will be knocked out of bounds by Alyssa Carey, staying here with Eagles. Right back, a baseline shot is off the mark. That was attempted by Brianna Francis and saved from out of bounds by the Lions. Back comes Carey. Carey into the front court. She'll pick up her dribble and will pass off to Jayla Newton. And Newton comes in averaging a whopping 27 points per game. Spots up from mid-range, cannot knock it down. Instead, back come the Eagles. 5-2, still the score here. A three-point shot attempted on the right elbow is no good. And it's going to be a jump ball call, keeping it here with Evangel.
This game brought to you by our good friends at McIntyre Imaging. Check out Rick McIntyre at McIntyreImaging.com.
Looking to inbound it and gets it into the hands of the smallest player on the court. And the shot is up and no good by Taylor Ann Newsom. And back comes Ott. Ott will pass off to Newton. Newton top of the key. She looks to get a pick, and she will, as she'll give it right back to Carey. Carey will set up the offense and picks up her dribble right back to Jayla Newton. Newton has range from out there. Instead, she'll drive into the lane and scoop shot in for 2.
Nice go backs it, 5-4.
As the score is now 5-4. Jayla Newton gets back onto the board. Into the hands of Becca Labardes as she gets double teamed in the corner. Good job being there when you need it. Right place, right time by Anna Mondoro. Her shot is up, no good. Put back by Brianna Francis, no good.
Nice job by Carey to get the rebound.
Alyssa Carey, a big defensive rebound. Jayla Newton for 3, no good.
All the way down and out.
Almost about to say my famous trademark phrase. Instead, it will go right back for the Eagles. No one there, back on defense. Becca Labardes is able to finish at the rim.
7-4, the Eagles.
A 3-point lead here early for the Eagles. Here comes Carey. Carey will get it across and into the hands of Jayla Newton. Newton being guarded out in front by Labardes. As they will pass it around into the hands of Cassidy Kimball. Left side back to Carey. As Newton has it, she'll go baseline. Puts up the shot. That one's good. Back and forth they go. 7-6. Only 1 point advantage for the Lady Eagles. It'll be Alicia Young. Passes back. And a 3-point shot by Anna Mondaro is no good. Here comes Horizon. Newton has it. We'll go cross court in the hands of Carey. Carey right back to Newton. Newton looks for something, instead we'll go back to Carey. Carey right back to Jayla Newton. Hot potato, it's what it's called, back and forth.
This is pretty oh, bomb. Holy smoke, that was way deep.
Jayla Newton with WNBA range 3-pointer off the mark. And back with the put up is no good. Attempted there by Alicia Young. Instead, it will be grabbed and put up and in by Anna Mondoro.
9-6 the Eagles. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to play in this first quarter.
Eagles are doing a fantastic job of guarding without fouling. Only 6 players and yet no fouls called so far. Jayla Newton with the basketball looks to back down her defender instead of a pass back up top of the key to Cassidy Kimball. Pass is almost stolen back to Newton, but she'll corral it. 1:50 left here. Newton trying to find Carey down low. Instead, this ball is intercepted. Mondoro has it. She'll go coast to coast. Her lay-in is good.
They're going to count it.
Foul.
Wow.
Basket in the harm is what they call it. As it will be Mondoro going back to the line, shoot the free throw.
Melissa Carey gets called for the foul and a basket by Anna. Brings the score to 11-6 as a 5-point lead for the Eagles. She can finish a 3-point play here. We're live from Dayton, Tennessee.
Mondoro sizes up the first. The 3-point play, and she's able to not knock it through. So down comes the rebound into the hands of Carey, and Jayla Newton will slow it up. It's going to be Alyssa Carey into the hands of Madison Novak, who checked back into the contest. Now baseline shot is a little strong by Cassidy Elmore, and the rebound will fall to the Eagles. Up and lucky into the hands is put up by Leopardes, as she is able to extend her scoring output 13-6.
She has 6 points on the night too, Brent, as we're under a minute to play here.
Jayla Newton back up top of the key to Carey. Carey goes down low into the hands of Madison Novak as she turns around, spots up, and her shot is good.
And maybe that's what they need to do is put the ball inside here and see if they can beat them inside out.
3-point shot from deep is up and no good by Brianna Francis. 13-8 is now the score. A 5-point lead. And the shot is up, and this one's good for Mondoro. It's going to be a timeout with 28 seconds left here by head coach Jay Newton. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And Keith, I've got to shoot it over to you. I've called a lot of Horizon games last year. Seemed as though, Jayla Newton had a little bit more control of the ball game. It looks as though she has started out a little bit in this game trying to be more of a facilitator.
I think coming into this game, what Horizon's idea with Coach Newton is let's balance the floor. Let's see who else can help us because they need some balanced scoring. When points need to be made, though, don't fret that Jayla Newton will probably be the key here. But I'm very impressed early of Novak, Carey, and even the Elmore girl running up and down the floor pretty well. It's only 15-8, 28 seconds to go in this first quarter.
So it'll resume play here. Down by 7, it is Horizon. Jayla Newton has the basketball passed up top of the key to Alyssa Carey. Carey goes down into the hands of Novak. Ball is worked around back into the hands of Jayla Newton. Newton, nothing available, back to Novak. Good defense so far in this possession by the Eagles. This one will be knocked out of bounds off of Alicia Young, and it'll stay here with Horizon Christian. 3 seconds left. 1 shot left. Novak has it. I don't know if she knows there's 3 seconds left. And that'll be it. At the end of 1, the score is 15-8. Evangel Christian over Horizon Christian. Stay tuned here on Indiana SRN for second quarter action. Pointer from the left corner, no good. Back come the Eagles. It'll be Brianna Francis bringing it up the court. Cross-court pass into the hands of Mondoro. She'll spot up for that shot, no good. Rebounded by Jayla Newton. Newton will bring it up the court. She'll take it all the way, and that's going to be a charge.
Yeah, took the hit. That's a good call. Hey, welcome to our listeners in Cyphers, Florida, Sonena, Ohio, Fishers, Indiana, Newport, Tennessee, and North Carolina, along with a lot of folks in Indianapolis.
Mondoro goes baseline and lays it up and in. Score is now 17-8, pardon me. Here comes Carey. Carey crosses the timeline, picks up her dribble, will pass off to Novak. Novak on the top of the key, nothing going on, as she will pass it off into the hands of Carey. Carey very close to that sideline.
Dancing that sideline.
Instead, we'll go back up top of the key to Madison Novak. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles, and with only 6 players, you got to think Horizon's going to go against the body here soon. As it'll be brought back out and into the hands of Jayla Newton. Newton drives in. Her shot up, no good. Tries to grab her own rebound, and it will be batted out of bounds off the Eagles, staying here with Horizon Christian.
You would think that the Eagles probably scouted this Horizon Ball Club and probably got some information because they have really secured Newton, as Newton has 6 points, but really have frustrated her early in this game.
Absolutely. Newton not being able to get anything going as she's able to work around against Mondoro. We'll pull it back out, cross court, into the hands of Carey. Carey goes back up to Novak. Novak spots and shoots, no good. Rebound will sail out of bounds. As we have another substitution for Horizon Christian. Coming back into the contest will be Cassidy Kimball, giving a rest to Addie Ott. The Eagles still with a 9-point advantage, 17-8, 6:08 left. Into the lane, shot is up and no good. That was a good drive and take by Alicia Young, and they're going to give this shot, this foul, to Carey. That's Carey's second.
You have Newton with 2, Carey with 2. You do not want those young ladies to get in foul trouble. There's 6:04 left, and the Eagles shooting 2 shots, missed the first free throw. 17-8 here with 6:04 to play in the first half.
First free throw is missed by Alicia Young. She'll size up the second. And this one's just as good as the first. 18-8, a 10-point advantage. Here comes Jayla Newton. She'll cross the timeline and tries to pass into the hands of Novak. This one will soar out of bounds right back to the Eagles. (18-8), 5:50 left here in this quarter. Mondoro has it, works it down low into the hands of Leopardes, as she's going to knock it off her foot out of bounds, right back to Horizon. Slow moving game here as Novak crosses the timeline. Looks as though they're facing a bit of a matchup zone.
Matchup zone, exactly what it is, Brent.
Might be a little bit of a box and one on Jayla Newton, as Mondoro was all over Newton on that catch. They're going to say it bounced off off of Newton's foot out of bounds right back to the Eagles.
As it looks like a box and one defense that the Eagles are playing. Here's a long 3-point shot.
Long 3 is off the mark. Alicia Young, but the distance was there, I'll tell you that, as there will be a jump ball called. It'll stay here with the Eagles. 5:16 left here in the first half. Ball is passed in bounds, shot up, no good. And here comes Novak. Novak looks past the timeline and will do just that. She is guarded by the smallest player for the Eagles. It might be a little bit of a mismatch down low if they take advantage of it. Instead, Newton has it. She'll get into the lane, passes off. A baseline shot is up and no good by Cassidy Kimball. Back come the Eagles. All the way in. Shot up, no good. Rebound falls down to Carey. Carey almost walked with it. Instead, was able to put the ball down. Crosses the timeline. Right sideline. She'll go cross court into the hands of Novak. Novak will drive and thought about kicking it out, and we'll go back to Carey. Alyssa Carey, top of the key, will go into the hands of Novak. She has the shot if she turns and shoots. And I think that's what Coach Jay Newton sees. And with that, he's going to take a 30-second timeout, and we'll do it one with him.
Are you listening to another game on Indiana SRN?
No, I'm listening.
Well, 4:19 to play, 18-8. Here's Brent.
10-point lead for the Eagles Young in this one, and it is a box and one defense that they're playing on Jayla Newton. They've got Mondoro on her, just forcing the Lions to beat you in any other way. Shot is up and no good by Novak. Rebound falls down and into the hands of Jayla Newton. Her pass down low to the hands of Novak is deflected and back. The foul, though, will be picked up by Madison Novak. That's going to be the first foul and the 16th foul on Horizon.
This quarter brought to you by our good friends at Milestone Mortgage. Check them out, milestonemortgage.com.
Into the front court come the Eagles. Mondoro, baseline three, no good. As the ball will be batted around out of bounds, right back to Horizon. 6 fouls on Horizon, Christian. I can't remember one being called on Evangel yet.
I don't think they have a foul. I don't have them listed as a foul.
Jayla Newton up to the front court as she is met with a double team. Is able to stop and pop. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound is batted out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Horizon Christian.
And how long will you last? And the frustration that Jayla Newton now has is no one else is scoring, so you have to really pay more attention as Jayla shoots a three.
Jayla Newton was kind of falling backwards on that three-point attempt. It's off the mark. Mondoro in front of everyone. Her lane is good.
She has 10 points on the day, and now it's 20-8.
20-8 is the score. Don't let the size of the team fool you. This Eagles team is pretty good. Jayla Newton gets up and into the front court. She tries to work it over to the hands of Carey. Carey goes right back to Novak. Mid-range jumper banked in.
The banks are open in Tennessee.
As Mondoro has it, and she will be called with a travel.
This Eagle Ball Club has played with 6 players all year long. All their wins, they have averaged a 25-point lead of all their wins. This is the first year this school has made history. They won more games than a boys program for the first time in their school history.
Now, I do believe their boys team is here, so we'll be able to see them later as Jayla Newton drives into the lane. She puts up a shot, and that will be a foul on Brianna Francis. That's only her first and also the team's first, so they're doing a great job of defending without fouling.
Missed free throw by Newton.
Newton misses the first. Looks to size up the second. Really needs these to fall.
And the second one is good.
Sink the second. 20-11 is now the score. 9-point advantage for the Eagles.
If you're Coach Newton, you want to get this within 5 before halftime.
Taylor Ann Newson is in there. And the ball is stolen. And back comes Jayla Newton. She'll stop and pop from mid-range. Her shooter is good. Score is now 20-13. But just before we can say anything about it, back comes Evangel. The shot is up and no good. Rebound will fall down into the hands of Horizon. Back comes Carey.
Sam Burke is in the ball game now for the Lions, and she's posting up.
Sam Burke, as you mentioned, into the contest, her first action of the night. as it will be pulled back out by Jayla Newton. She'll wait a little bit of patience to set up the play. Over into the hands of Carey. Carey's been quiet in tonight's contest. Bounces off her foot, luckily right into the hands of another Horizon player. As Carey will pull it back out. Carey's got a distinct size advantage against her defender. Instead, we'll go back out to Newton.
And she gets called for travel.
It's going to be a travel, sending it right back to the Eagles with 1:40 left here. 7-point ball game. Eagles playing great defense without fouling. Now a 3-2 zone being applied by Horizon Christian. And a 3-point shot by Taylor Ann Newsom is no good. And the ball will fly out of bounds, staying here with the Eagles.
As the crowd continues to pour in.
A 3-point jumper, this time attempted by Alicia Young, is off the mark. Here comes Jayla Newton. Newton has the ball. Looks to receive a pick and does. Spots up. Baseline jumper. Good.
Newton now 20-15 Horizon.
Mondoro gets into the front court. Her shot up no good.
Oh, nice rebound by Burke.
Burke with the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball, and that's going to send it back to Horizon Christian.
Very nice defense by Burke. Took the ball, and the young lady grabbed hold, and she stayed on there. That's good defense.
As Jayla Newton will bring the ball back up the court. No longer being guarded in the box and one. Instead, I believe it's just going to be a shadow with her as it will go into the corner. That shot is up and no good by Kimball. Back come the Eagles. Mondoro with the spin move gets into the lane, and her flip shot is good.
She has 12 points on the night.
A great player in Mondoro. 22-15 is now the score. Jayla Newton has it. Gets into the front court. Her layup good. Back and forth between those two.
22-17. As the offense is now getting on fire.
Mondoro will pass over into the corner. Double teamed. Instead will be found, and the ball is stolen. Kimball has it. They're going to get a foul call, and this is going to be the second foul on Brianna Francis. So although only 2 fouls on this Evangel team, both of them are on one player. 10 seconds left here for Horizon. A 5-point game. You got to imagine that the final shot in this 10-second stretch will be on Jayla Newton. 8.2 seconds left is what's told to be thrown up on the clock.
And we're waiting for the scorekeeper to do that. And there we go.
8.2 seconds. Jayla Newton has it. Crosses over the timeline. Goes into the lane. Puts up the shot. No good. There's going to be a jump ball call with 2 seconds left. It's going to send it back to the Eagles. Passes up. Into the hands of Mondoro. She forced it up from half court. Shot is no good. At halftime, a bit of a comeback by Horizon Christian brings them within 5 points. The score at halftime is 22-17. Evangel on top. Stay tuned for the halftime show as well as the start of the second half on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغيير الدنيا داير وزار.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
You have two dominant scorers leading their teams, one with 12 with Anna and one with 13 with Jayla. And really, if you look at their offense, seems like they really want to go to those two players.
Yeah, it was a slow start out of the gate for Horizon Christian, but they've really picked it up here as of late, and they've really, when you have something that's a go-to, don't try and take that away, especially during tournament time. Tournament time is really a guards game. If you have guards that can put the ball in the basket, then you have every opportunity to make a run and pull off some wins. And you see Mondoro for Evangel has really been able to put together a great first half. And then when Jayla Newton wants to, she'll spot up, make some shots, as well as get into the lane and finish. So both of those players, you've got to watch them in the second half. Another thing I watch out for is if you're head coach Jay Newton, you got to sit your players down. You got to say, hey, you know what? Go at this team. Try and draw fouls. Try and get this team in foul trouble. Brianna Francis has 2 fouls. Those are the only 2 fouls that they have in the first half. This team has 6 players total. Foul one of them out, and you have every opportunity to continue to press them. Hey, you've got to get them tired. You're playing against a team that has limited bodies. You got to run them up and down the court, get them tired.
This ball club, this Eagle Ball Club from Virginia, has played with 6 players all year. The coach has given us a little note here that they made history. They've had more wins than the boys did this year. The boys is in this tournament as well. So very interesting half. We'll come back with the second half right after this. You're listening to Indiana SRN. Here's Brent.
A 5-point game right now. Both teams still in this contest as Jayla Newton has it. A little bit resurgent here as of late as she looks to continue on her streak as she'll go right corner into the hands of Carey, right back into the hands of Newton. Novak has it top of the key. It looks as though Horizon will go big in this as they've got their 3 big men out on the court, women I guess I might say, as Newton has the basketball left side. Novak now with it. Tries to go back to Newton. This ball is almost stolen by Mondoro. Instead, it will be kept here with Horizon.
As Horizon now is limited as one player is not returned from the bench there. We'll check on her in just a second as now the Lions are running a motion offense.
Novak has it. Right side. Drives into the lane. Her flip shot is blocked. Back comes Mondoro. Mondoro coast to coast. Her lay-in is good. A smooth player in this one as Mondoro is able to extend the lead back to 7.
24-17.
As Jayla Newton calls over a player, looks to pass it off. Instead, will look to get into the hands of Novak. Novak into the lane. It will be taken and stolen by Brianna Francis. Up and into the hands of Becca Leopardes, and Jay Newton might take a timeout here. Instead, I believe it's going to continue play. Jayla Newton gets it into the front court. Down 26-17, a 9-point advantage. Newton has it. No one guarding her closely. Instead, she is able to get past a couple defenders. Receiving screens left and right. Spots up. Her shot from the mid-range is no good. Rebound falls down to the hands of Taylor Ann Newsom. She'll take it coast to coast, and this ball will be close to being stolen as Newton will pick it up. Back comes Horizon. Newton into the front court as she'll drive all the way down, trying to pass it down low. Instead, it will be stolen into the hands of Mondoro. Mondoro into the front court. Her lay-in is up and good.
She has 16 points, and I tell you what, she's the real deal. As now Horizon down 28-17, as it is a little warm in this gym, as outside temperature has increased to about 66 degrees.
Mondoro is the real deal as Jayla Newton is not able to finish on 2 shot attempts. And back comes Alicia Young, and her lay-in is good. Score is now 30-17, the largest of the game for the Lady Eagles. The dribble is picked up in the backcourt and stolen again by Mondoro. Up and in as Mondoro is able to finish it. Score is now 32-17.
And this game is almost out of hand here with 5:07 to play in the third quarter.
Jayla Newton going up against Taylor Ann Newsom. Newton gets into the lane. Her flip shot no good. Rebound will fall down and into the hands of Cassidy Kimball. The pass is again down low by Burke. Her shot up no good. Rebound falls back down to the Eagles. Up into the front court as Alika Young has it. Her shot up is good, plus the harm. A crazy spurt to start out this game.
That is 12 points already in this half for the in this quarter for the Eagles.
12-0 run to be exact. A couple more substitutions for Horizon Christian as Emma Thomas checks into the game for the first time, as well as Cassidy Elmore giving a rest to Samantha Burke, as well as Madison Novak. The rebound is no good, but there with the offensive rebound is Brianna Francis. No good on the putback again by Catherine Greener, but the ball is stolen yet again by Mondoro. Pass down low to Brianna Francis, and it's going to be a jump ball call. It's going to go right back into the hands of Horizon Christian. So the score is now 34-17. 4:24 left here in the third quarter on Indiana SRN. Up comes Jayla Newton. Newton will pass it off into the hands of Kimball. Right back to Newton. 3-point shot, no good. Up come the Eagles. As that pass is a little errant, too hot to handle for Becca Leopardes. Right back to Horizon.
Our next broadcast will be at 8 o'clock this evening, as they will have a youth rally at 6 o'clock. We'll have supper and rest up, and we'll have 2 games for you tonight at 8 and 9:30.
I do believe there's a game at 4.
Is there a game at 4 o'clock? Okay, we'll have a game at 4 o'clock. Okay.
Jayla Newton steps back, and her shot from 3 yet again is no good. Back up into the hands of Mondoro. Her lay-in is good.
I don't have that on my roster, so I'll change that.
36-17. Anna Mondoro, a big time player. As Jayla Newton has it, she'll pull it out and look to set up the offense. Good defense being applied by the Eagles. They'll get it down low into the post to Cassidy Elmore. She's double teamed, and the ball is taken by the Eagles. Alika Young goes coast to coast as her lay-in is no good. Push from behind. Right there by Cassidy Kimball.
That was number 15, Cassidy Kimball, her team second.
As the foul will be Cassidy Kimball's second. At the free throw line is Alika Young. Her first free throw is up and good. Checking into the contest again will be Madison Novak, giving a quick rest to Adiat. Not too sure what has happened to Alyssa Carey. We'll still need to check on that one. As the second free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Brianna Francis down low. Putback is no good, and then finally corralled by Novak. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left here. A 20-point advantage. Back comes Jayla Newton. Newton gets it up into the front court. Top of the key for a three-pointer. No good. As the rebound will be tried to be saved right there by Horizon. Instead, it will be back into the hands of the Eagles. Brianna Francis, now being the point guard for the team, will pass off into the corner to Alika Young. Down low into the hands of Leopardes as her shot is up and good.
She has 8 points, and they have had a great quarter.
Unbelievable quarter, Keith. 0 points for Horizon Christian in the third.
17 points in this quarter for the Eagles.
And the ball is stolen by the Eagles. Layup for Leopardes is good.
41-17, and a long ride back to Indianapolis. But it's not over for the Lions. If they lose this game, they do get 3 other games, and they get placement in an other bracket. So don't fret if you're a Lions fan. There's a lot of basketball left for them.
A lot of basketball left as Jayla Newton stops and pops from mid-range. Able to get on the board for the first 2 points of Horizon in this second half. Alika Young has the ball, top of the key. As she will pass over into the corner. Mondoro shot no good. Rebound falls down to the hands of Leopardes, no good. Alika Young with the rebound, shot up, but there's going to be a travel called before the shot attempt on that one, sending it right back into the hands of Horizon. All the players lined up for free throws. Instead, it's going to be a white ball, giving it back to Horizon Christian. Yet again, Horizon Christian going from our left to our right. We're up in the rafters here. We haven't mentioned to you, if you're watching us on the YouTube stream, we are right next to where the camera is. Jayla Newton has the basketball. She's able to cross the timeline. Is being sized up and able to take it in and through. And Kimball is able to grab it, and we're going to get a jump ball call. It's going to go back to the Eagles. Up big in this one. 41-19 is the score. Brianna Francis has it. She'll pass up. Corner shot, Alika Young. Good.
She has played a great game.
Young, Leopardes, and Mondoro. Fantastic players for this Eagles club. Jayla Newton has the basketball. Right elbow extended. Still that box and one look, just taking her out of the game. As the pass is errant, stolen by Brianna Francis, and her lay-in is off the mark. Put back by Mondoro, no good. Francis grabs it back, no good. Another put back by Francis, and this time a foul. And that foul, I do believe, will go on. I'm not sure. He gave it to 32. That's going to be Emma Thomas's first foul.
Our 4 o'clock game is Day Spring, Virginia versus the Smoky Mountain Ball Club. The Mountaintop Wisconsin Ball Club is our 4 o'clock game.
Mountaintop, Wisconsin. As the free throw is up and short. But they're going to say a lane reserve. Oh, I do believe because that was an air ball. Oh. Violation will lead to one more shot for Brianna. And that shot is errant as well as the rebound bounces all the way around and is grabbed by Catherine Greener. 2 more putbacks and it's no good. Finally, a defensive rebound by Horizon. Jayla Newton all the way up. Her flip shot good. 44-21.
Jayla Newton has 17 points on the day.
17 points. As Brianna Francis comes in, gets it into the hands of Leopardes, passed over to Catherine Greener as her shot is up, no good. A jump ball, it's going to go back and into the hands of Horizon. As Taylor Ann Newsom will check back in. She will be guarding Newton. I do believe they're in this box and one, just really taking Jayla Newton out of the game. But Newton's doing a good job putting together 17 points.
13.1 second left in this third quarter. 44-21.
As Newton has the ball yet again. That's the first team foul this second half for the Lady Eagles.
As the clock was not running, as now they'll reset.
As the ref tells them that 10.8 is good enough. Jayla Newton has the basketball. She looks to work baseline right side. We'll go back to the left and stop and pop in the lane. Her shot is blocked by Monduro right into the hands of Emma Thomas, and her shot is up and no good. So at the end of 3, a huge run by the Eagles. Have them up 44-21 over Horizon Christian. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter as well as the postgame show here on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Thanks to Ray. And you are listening to IndianaSRN.org, and here's Brent with the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter action here. A big time comeback needed by Horizon Christian, as it was a fourth quarter dominated by the Eagles. As the ball is now passing to the corner, Mondoro's shot is no good, rebounded by Novak. Back comes the Horizon Christian Lions. Jayla Newton has the basketball up top of the key. 20 seconds into this fourth quarter. Into the corner, and the ball is just taken away as the Leaky Young has it. Gets it up to Mondoro, lay-in, good.
22 points for Mondora.
How much does Alika Young have?
She has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15.
And Leopardes?
She has 8, 10.
Whew. As the shot is up by Jayla Newton, bounces off the backboard and off. Adiot pulls down the offensive board. right down into the hands of Jayla Newton in the post as she'll drive into the lane as this foul will be assessed. I do believe they're going to give this one to Mondoro. That's only the first team foul on Mondoro, though. But the team's second. Newton will shoot 2 at the free throw line. 1 for 2 there so far, I do believe.
You know, you look at this Eagle Ball Club and you see 6 players and you're thinking, oh my, you're gonna be shorthanded. But they have played very, very well with 6 players.
As Newton's second free throw is up and good. Score is now 46-22. Brianna Francis brings it back up the court for the Eagles as the shot will be blocked by Novak. Novak grabs the blocked shot and is able to push it up and into the hands of Ott. Ott gets it cross court to Kimball. Kimball stops and pops. Her shot is off the back iron, and the rebound will come down to Brianna Francis. 6:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Horizon Christian down in a major hole in this one. As the pass is stolen by Kimball, passed over to Novak. Novak is able to get it up and into the hands of Newton. As Jayla Newton will cross the timeline, gets past her initial defender, stops and pops from just inside the free throw line. No good. And back comes Brianna Francis. She'll pass it up into the hands of Mondoro. Mondoro stops and pops from mid-range. No good. Out of bounds, right back to Horizon.
Horizon will play tomorrow morning. We'll check all that. You can check that out as well on the website of IndianaSRN.org, as we'll have all the scores posted for you that we've covered today, the games we'll have tomorrow for you, as we'll have a game for you at 4 o'clock and then a game at 8 and 9:30 this evening. So come back to the network, will you please?
24-point advantage as that pass is stolen by Mondoro. Pass up into the hands of Young. Young finishes at the rim for 2. 48-22. As Jayla Newton passes the timeline. She'll get and stops. 3-point shot is good. 48-25.
Newton has played a very good game. She has not had much support with her shot today.
Mondoro's not able to knock down the 3. Down with the rebound is Kimball. They do have timeouts. Don't know why they wouldn't use one there. As the ball is taken by Brianna Francis, put back up by Mondoro's no good, but she'll grab her own offensive miss. And it will be a baseline shot, no good. As the rebound yet again taken down by the smallest player on the court, Taylor Ann Newsom. And up and into the baseline pass intended for Greener. Now down to Brianna Francis. She has the ball stolen, and the ball is taken back. It's going to be a jump ball, sending it back to the Lions.
The change possession there, I counted 5 before it stops at the jump ball. Interesting. 4:45 to play, 48-25, the Eagles.
23-point advantage. Checking back into the contest will be Sam Burke as well as Emma Thomas. Jayla Newton with the basketball. She'll work it up into the front court. She is met by Becca Leopardes. You know, this team has applied pressure on Newton every second she has had the basketball.
Absolutely.
Newton has it. Tries to get past Mondoro, but she will pick her pocket. Easy lay-in. No one within 15 feet. And that will be out of bounds. It'll be right back passed into the hands of Novak. That lay-in makes it 50-25. Not sure why the score is not being changed yet, as it will be Young down with the rebound. Young forces it up and into the hands of Mondoro. Good pass back to Young. Back to Leopardes. And the shot is up and in for 2.
52-25 is the score that we have.
Another steal by Mondoro. They're going to say she stepped out of bounds. 3:47 left here in the contest, in the third quarter, pardon me. No, fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
They don't have it switched up there. As it is 52-25, and if you had dyslexia, you would be very confused right now.
You betcha, and I am confused
As Jalen Newton, you might be confused for other reasons, as Newton lays it up and in for two. 52-27.
I think our clock keeper is confused as he's been here since early this morning. He needs a rest.
Another jump ball. This one's going to keep it here with the Eagles. 3:21 left here. As it will be another baseline shot by Alika Young. And she's able to sink that one through with ease. 54-27. This Eagles team is a force. There's going to be a timeout called by head coach Jay Newton of Horizon. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout ourselves. Stay tuned here for the final 3 minutes and 8 seconds on Indiana SRN. Back live here as Jayla Newton now has the basketball. She'll work it into the front court, and her baseline shot is no good. Pardon me, it's going to be out of bounds, sending it back into the hands of the Eagles. A big-time game here being put on by a six-man squad, a six-woman squad, I guess you could say, as Mondoro has it. She looks to get around her defender. And she'll do just that into the hands of Greener. Right back out. Brianna Francis for three. No good. Rebound down to the hands of Leopardes and taken away by Burke. Another jump ball will send it back over to Horizon. (54-27). Doubling it up is what you would call it for this Eagles squad. As it will be Jalen Newton. Tries to pass over into the hands of Kimball. And this one is stolen by Alika Young. Another lay-in, and it's good.
It is the Young, Mandora, and the Leopard show today.
Absolutely. As Newton has it. Newton gets into the lane. Her shot is up and good.
J.U. Newton had a pretty good ball game as well today.
Mondoro has it. Will stop and pop from mid-range. Her shot is off the mark. Another rebound by Brianna Francis. Put back this time is good.
And Francis gets on the scorer's column. First points for Francis.
As it will be Newton into the front court. She has it being guarded by Leopardes. Passes off into the hands of Newton. Of Novak. Right back to Jayla. Novak spots up for three. No good. Rebounded by Burke. Burke has it down low. Passes over to Kimball. This time it's going to be a foul on Monduro.
Welcome to our listeners in Missouri, Illinois, Carmel, Virginia, and Cincinnati, among others today. We want to thank you for listening to Indiana SRN.
Jayla Newton has the ball back again. Top of the key. She looks to go in against Alika Young. Will go all the way. Flip shot up. No good. But a blocking foul will be called. And this will go against on Brianna Francis. That's her third. And, they finally start driving. I think they should have done that a lot earlier, going up against a team with only 6 players. Instead, it will be Newton to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First is up and good. See if she can knock down the second. As she will size it up.
26 points for Newton.
And that one's just as good as the first. Score is now 58-31.
As we're under a minute 15.
Another give and go. Mondoro easy lay-in. 60-31 is the score. Jalen Newton has the basketball slowly across the timeline, and we're into 1 minute left here in this contest. Newton spots up from three.
Oh, my goodness.
From deep WNBA range, and that one's good. 60-34 is now the score. And another pass down low. Leopardes, good for two. 62-34. They are not letting off the gas pedal one bit.
No, they are not. It's now slowing the pace a lot. Is Horizon as Newton is holding the ball out way past the 10-second line.
Newton will spot up for another three. This one is short as the ball will fly out of bounds, sending it right back into the hands of the Eagles.
And what will the Eagles do here? Will the Eagles slow it down? Nope.
No, Mondoro will spot up for another three. Shot up, no good. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. And he's going to stop the clock. And we're going to go ahead and say it's 62-34. Mondoro another shot, and they're going to call a foul on Mondoro's shot attempt. This one will go against Kimball, her third foul. Mondoro back to the free throw line. 9 seconds left. Pardon me. Mondoro trying to find a spot on that all-tournament team.
We'll have a post-game show for you, and then we'll have Game 4 for you, Game 5 for you in just a few minutes.
As the next free throw will be up by Mondoro, and this one will fall through. 63-34. A big-time showcase by this 6-woman Eagle Ball Club. Jayla Newton into the front court. Her shot is blocked. And with that, that'll be the end of this game. The score is the Evangel Eagles 63 and the Horizon Christian Lions 34. Stay tuned here on Indy.